Hi guys, Shanko here and welcome back to Football Manager 2017. In the last episode we showed you the Manchester City game where we won 2-1 and we also did the youth intake. So in this episode, we are going to do Juventus twice and Chelsea. We're going to do it all on key highlights, so it's a bit quicker than yesterday because I realised yesterday's episode went on quite a bit longer than it should have been. But without further ado, let's get right into the Juventus game. Right guys, team lineups for today. I'm going to go into our lineup in a minute, but we'll start off with the home team, that's Juventus. Buffon in goals, Alexandro, Bonucci, Chiellini and Mastro Leonardo. I think that's how we'll go with that. Lamina, Khedira and Marquisio, with Dybala behind Mandzukic and Higuain. Now the first thing that you'll notice in our system is, where's the second striker? Yes, you know that Zlatan's injured. He picked up a knock in the last game, so what I've gone with De Gea in nets, back four Shaw, Bailly, Rashawn Williams and Tanner. Midfield quartet of Fosu Mensah, Pogba, Gribben and Mata, with Martial out on the wing as inside forward and Marcus Rashford. My idea is that Mata will sort of run into that space that's vacated by Ibra, where Ibra usually plays, to help Rashford. Martial cutting in will also do that, and we'll get a good attacking play from there. So, without further ado, let's get into the game. Just set the opposition instructions. I think out of all of them, probably hard tackle Alexandro, just because he's probably one of the weaker ones. Basically just send the guys out there with hopefully a positive attitude, even if we don't get any greens or many greens, as long as you look positive going out there. Let's get into it. So we'll switch this on to key highlights, as I said we were going to do, so that's fine. Oh dear, what a shame. Higuain's struggling. Well, you know what we do on that case, don't you? We go to opposition instructions, you're already on hard tackling, close him down and tight mark, just to try and put extra pressure on him. Early yellow card for Tanner is not good. That is not good at all. As Dybala comes forward. And Bailly has felled Mandzukic in the box. Is it, or is it Williams? Williams gave the warning, but it was Bailly who felled. Probably for something Williams said, but looks like Juventus are going to go 1-0 up here. Dybala, he doesn't miss those. It's 1-0. Oh dear. We're in trouble now. Yeah, he was never going to miss. Dybala doesn't miss those. He's a great striker. We might have some interesting transfer news ourselves in the coming weeks, but I don't want to go into that too much just now. We have been looking at a player who I think, because Ibra is obviously coming to the end of his career, and we're looking to bring up the youth, but we're also needing a replacement for him long term in that position, a sort of senior striker to make a move to us. We've been looking at a couple of players, so I'm not going to say who, but it's a big name. Martial. Oh, poor. Yeah, I mean, I realise that we've got this transfer budget, we've got the wage budget, may as well splurge it on a player as Higuain scores, and maybe this is one of the reasons why we need Zlatan in the team. Someone to G it up a bit. I'm going to stop this here. I'm going to make a couple of alterations to this team because it's just not working the way it is. I bring on Herrera for Gribben. It's an early sub. No, I'll bring on Herrera for Mata actually, because Mata's shit. Put Gribben up there. and just tell them to higher defensive line, a much higher tempo, and go route one. Pump the ball into the box. Because I'm thinking that even though we've only got Rashford up there, I'm thinking that this might just be what Juventus aren't expecting. So the idea is that we play balls over the top and Rashford runs onto them. I don't know. Maybe that's a mistake. Maybe that's a huge mistake. You'll probably tell me in the comments, but you know what? I don't care. I mean, I'm not saying I don't care what you guys think. I care what you guys think, but I don't care if we win or lose this. Because, to be honest, it's Juventus. You know, they're a big team. It's all about development for our players right now. And if the players are developing into a system, then I'm quite happy for them to come up against, like, say, Paulo Dybala and Higuain. Obviously getting smashed, but, you know, they're playing against them. They're getting experience all the time. And you know what? To hell with this. Angel Gomez is on for Herrera. I'm going to go for this now. Fuck it. Martial up top. Oh yeah, Pogba. Can Pogba play there? Yeah, I thought he could. Let's see. Turn to be on for Bailly. Couldn't do any worse than the other defenders there. Yeah, why not? And what we'll just change that back actually. Higher tempo, fair enough. We'll put the defence deeper. Take off that. Exploit the middle. Don't want any defenders to play at defence. Shoot on sight, I like. Run at defence. Whipped crosses. Shorter passing. Let's try it. Probably won't work, but you know what? It's the youngsters. We'll put them out. If we lose this game, we'll lose this game. We'll just have to beat them at Old Trafford. Obviously, probably won't go through, but it'll be a moral victory for us. It was an experimental lineup. It's not happened. You're probably putting Rashawn Williams up against Paulo Dybala and Gonzalo Higuain and Marko Mandzukic. Probably wasn't the best idea in my managerial career, but we can just tell them they were awful and get them back out there. See what we can do in this half. Oh boy, boy, boy. Yeah, a goal or two now would be quite nice, but there's been quite a few yellow cards in this game, quite a few of them for us, which I don't quite understand. See, they're starting to take off players now, and I think we can exploit this. I think we can definitely exploit this. If our lads want to. Grabbing on the ball. Out to Pogba. Pogba to Tanner. Good ball to Gribben. Good ball in Martial. Oh, it's at the post. Oh, fuck off. When it's not going for you, it's just not going for you, is it? That goal would at least give us hope for the second leg. But as it is, hitting the post just doesn't cut it. Shaw into Martial. He's got the run on him. There's Rashford. Good ball out to Tanner. Can he play it in? Ball out to Shaw. Good ball needed. Shaw into Martial. Oh, just wide. See, we're creating more in this half than we did the entire first half, so that's pleasing. Martial loses the ball out to Lamina, and Pjanic comes forward and he plays it to Higuain, and it's 4. That was undeserved. I have to say, on the balance of play of the second half, that was undeserved. Balance of play the whole game, fair enough. We'll give you that one. But, that's cruel. Cruel blow. And looks like we're going out of Europe. But, you know, look at the positives. Actually, no, there's no positives, is there? Nah, the positives are for me that the young guys got more game time. I'll just say aggressively, not happy with that result. Motivate everybody, and we'll move on very, very quickly. That was poor. Yeah, 4-0, scudded. That was awful. So we need to pick ourselves up now ahead of the Chelsea game. Where I hope we'll be able to pick up a decent result. Obviously it's Thursday, these games, so it'll be a different side to what played against Juventus there. So I'll see you guys at the Chelsea game. And we're back, guys. It's first against second, or second against first technically, from the bridge. And after the disappointment that was the Juventus game, I've made wholesale changes, and we'll wait and see what happens in this one. So starting off with the home team then, Chelsea, they've got Thibaut Courtois in goals. They seem to have signed an awful lot of players. Jose Gaya, Inigo Martinez, Nacho and David Luiz, with Azpilicueta on the right hand side. You got Hazard and Kante. You got Fabregas and Willian behind Diego Costa. For the Reds today, we have David De Gea in nets, back four of Tanner, Shaw, Bailly and Smalling. In midfield, Schweinsteiger, Pogba, Herrera and Gomez, and up front, Ibrahimovic and Rashford. So, looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough game to play. I feel that we have to really, really push this now, because this is the game that could decide the title. Basically, we're not that far. I think we're like 11 points or something, but this needs to be it now, especially since we're going out of Europe. That's pretty much clear from the last game. Losing 4-0 to Juventus just isn't good enough. I'm sorry, it's just not good enough. So we've basically got to go and try and beat Chelsea today. Even a draw would do, to be fair, as long as they don't win to gain on us. Then, and hopefully the boys will be wanting to avenge what happened against Juventus by putting on a good display here at the bridge. Herrera with a foul straight away. It's not a great start. I replaced Gribben with Herrera just so that gives us some extra steel in that midfield. I think Gribben's more a playmaker type, whereas Herrera's more industrious, for want of a better phrase. So quite happy with that. Also brought Schweinsteiger back. He was struggling a wee bit for fitness in the last game, so replaced him. But Shaw picks it up, runs at the defence, into Ibra, into Rashford, straight at Courtois. Disappointing. Very disappointing from Marcus Rashford. Is that Hazard got a wee bruised thigh? Right, okay. Let's see what we can do. I don't know whether you guys do this in your own games or not, but I just like to, if someone's got an injury, hard tackle them, close them down and tight mark them, just to really put the pressure on. And the same when a player gets booked. I like putting pressure on that player, try and wind them up a wee bit, see if you can get them sent off. All helps. I mean, sometimes it doesn't help, but for instance, George Tanner there just got booked for us. That's another booking for him. He seems to be picking up quite a lot of bookings. Not overly chuffed with him doing that, because I think he's actually out of the Juventus game in the European tie, just because he's had too many bookings. So, but a lot of the media are saying that we're a dirty team, but I don't think we are. Zlatan looked to switch off. Okay, fair enough. Any changes we can make? Right, I'll take off Angel Gomez and replace him with Callum Gribben. Just think could use a wee bit of fresh impetus in there. I mean, 0-0's fine, don't get me wrong. I mean, 0-0, if it stays at 0-0 to the end of the game, I'm absolutely fucking delighted. Because that means that we keep our distance between us and them, so I'd be over the moon at that. Possibly another clean sheet for De Gea. Oh, of course, don't book their guys, book our guys. Yeah. As usual. Typical Football Manager screw job. Pogba going to get booked? There you go. It is, honestly, some games you just think, really? Oh, Herrera's booked now as well. You see what I mean? And I'm telling you, they have probably had as similar challenges, and they just go unpunished. But hey, that is the game. You just accept it, especially when you support someone like I do, and you realise that you're a small team. You're not going to get many decisions at all. Right, so what should I do? 20 minutes to go. I'm not going to bring on Mata because he's been whinging. So I'll bring on Twinzabe for Bailly and Rashawn Williams for Smalling. Just think, a couple of changes at the back. Bring the youngsters on. Give them a wee 20 minutes at the end against a good team. Which we look fairly comfortable in this game as David Luiz just heads one wide. That was close. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of fitness concerns there, and the condition of the players isn't great. But then again, Chelsea's kind of similar. Maybe we've got a few slightly less on condition, but these things happen as you get into this stage of the season. Schweinsteiger comes away with it. That could have been a good ball to Ibra, but picked off is Willian. Good tackle there. Well in. Tanner into Herrera. And it's Rashford. He's running at them now. Pull it back. Ibra. Oh, should have been. I mean, Rashford skinned the convicted killer, I believe, in Alonso. Because I believe he caused the death of someone through dangerous driving, back in his previous days in the Championship. But he's got skinned there. But Callum Gribben, oh no! Oh, so close. So yeah, a couple of minutes to go now, and fairly happy with taking a point away from the bridge. Realistically, in a game like this, that's all you can really expect to get as Gribben comes forward. Ibra, Pogba, swing it in to Luke Shaw, Gribben. Ends 0-0. We could have won it at the death if we just put our minds to it, but we'll take that. Unlucky, boys. We did okay. 0-0, and that means that we stay 11 points clear of Chelsea, but Man City can go a couple of points ahead of them. But with 8 games to go, we're getting closer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip forward to the Juventus game, which is on Thursday, and I'll be right back. Third and final game of this episode, guys. Juventus, second leg, Old Trafford, 4-0 down. We're not going through, let's face it. So I've used this opportunity to give the youngsters a run out in a big competition again. I just feel that giving them a run out is more beneficial to them than us trying to get 4 goals back. I mean, we probably wouldn't get 4 goals back anyway, but I just felt like, giving them game time would be much better for them. You basically know their team, but our team is Rajkovic in goals, back 4 Shaw, Twinzabe, Williams, O'Connor, middle 4 Fosu Mensah behind Pogba and Herrera, with Gomez behind Ibra and Rashford. Callum Gribben injured, out for 3 weeks, not happy, and of course George Tanner is out, suspended for this game. So we're bringing in Leo Connor. We'll see how he does up against the might of Juventus. So yep, overall disappointed with going out at this stage of the tournament, but I mean 4-0 we could have possibly got something, but I would extremely have doubted it against this team. They are just too good. But I thought, well, we'll see how the kids go against this team. We've still got a few experienced heads in there, so But I really do think this is a good opportunity for a learning curve for the youngsters. As that's a fucking penalty to us. Mandzukic pushes Shaw. Ibra to step up to take it. And he's missed it. Just as I start to get excited that maybe this team of kids can actually do something against this Juventus team, Ibra goes and misses the spot kick. Just as I thought with 7 minutes in, you know what, this team of kids can actually go in and do this. We can get through with this team of kids. Ibra, that's disappointing. A good save for Buffon, to be fair. It wasn't a bad penalty. It was just a even better save. But I think that if that had gone in, that would have set the tone for the rest of the game. But I think now it's unlikely. There's O'Connor to Pogba. Into O'Connor again. What can you do? Nice interlinking play there. Into Rashford. Into Ibra. Cannot make up for the penalty miss there. 20 minutes gone. Still 4-0 on aggregate. I was hoping for another penalty there. It's about the only way that well, I suppose we won't even score the penalty, so I'm going to say it's about the only way we look like scoring. So, yeah, a couple of early yellow cards as well, which I'm not too overly happy about. Yeah, it's a bit of a what I'd call a dead rubber. This game, we're playing okay, but really we know that we're out of the tie, so it's just really a case of getting guys game time. Seeing how we can do it, and this is just probably Lichtsteiner just wide. I was going to say this is probably just about to confirm it, because I thought one away goal from them, and that's us, knackered completely. Half time 0-0. We've done okay. Certainly, I'll say expect a much better showing in the second half. A couple of players struggling for fitness. However, I'm going to take off Ibra and give one of the young lads a shot. I'm going to give Fawcett a shot up front. Matty James can come on and he'll replace Ander Herrera, who's already on a booking. Yeah, just make it 2 subs for just now. We'll just make these subs, give these guys a game. Andrew James is one of the youngsters that came through this youth academy, this youth intake. Probably won't get many games, to be honest. It was just really to make up the numbers, because he wouldn't even get a look in if like Gribben and Tanner were there. He was just really in there to make up the numbers because we had very few players that were fully fit, that weren't loaned out. So it's disappointing. It really is to be going out at this stage. Very disappointing. But end of the day, our main focus is going to be on the league. I think what I'll do as well, because this is probably going to be his last season, I'm going to bring on Ronaldinho to replace Leo Connor, because he's the most unfit. Okay, and I'm going to go, when we can, I'm going to go to the tactics screen, and I'm going to change up the formation a wee bit. So Ronaldinho in there. Fawcett's more a poacher, so him and Rashford as poachers. I'll put James up there as well. So if we put, where's James best? Best on the left wing. Okay, I like this. But he can also play right wing. So where's Ronaldinho's best in the middle? He's also good on the left wing. So what I'm going to do is play James on that wing, Ronaldinho on this wing, and put Fossey Mensah back into there, Pogba back there, in fact Pogba there, and Shaw can push up a bit. In fact, no. If we go back to actually to four at the back, that works better. Yeah, that works better for me. That's fine. We'll go with that. Wee bit of a change for the last half an hour. We're unlikely to win it, but I mean, even if we did okay, as Rajkovic saves well there. Pedro Rajkovic has actually been an okay deputy for De Gea. When he's come in, he's actually done not too bad for a youngster. And when you can pick him up for quite cheap, 5 million, not a bad signing, because he's young. He'll do you for a long time. I mean, a lot of people have signed Donnarumma, which I have to admit, if it was up to me, I would have signed Donnarumma from the start and then just said, well, that's our goalkeeping situation sorted for the entire career. But I thought, no, we'll go with someone different, just to be a little bit different from everybody else. As Williams heads it on, Twinzabe is offside. Bastard. I thought if we'd at least got the pride of winning the home leg. Was he off though? That's the question. When the ball's headed back, yes, he's off. Damn it. Just made the run. I suppose he just stretched to get it as well, so if he was onside, he wouldn't have made it. So look at this, the game's just petering out now. Again, you see the condition of the players falling dramatically. It's just the amount of games we're playing at the moment, but that's okay. I mean, it's entirely acceptable this part of the season to have guys at that kind of level. Buffon's kicking, that's it over. 0-0 on the night, 4-0 on aggregate. We shouldn't have lost over the 2 legs, plain and simple, but we did, so we're out of Europe. That's as plain and simple as I can put it. The board won't be overly happy. So 646,000 in the bank, and we're out of Europe, guys. So looking at the rest of the fixtures, I think I'll only play 2 more games of the season on camera. That was the Arsenal game and the Liverpool game. In fact, it'll depend, because we're in a situation where we're top of the league by 11 points. Could be cut down to 9 if Man City win their game. So if we get I'll come back for the Arsenal game anyway, because it's a big game, and depending on how we do in the other matches, I'll come back to you whenever there's a chance of us winning the league. Because if we do win the league, I want to show it on camera. I mean, it could mean that, if we go into, say it's the Palace game that we could win it at, if we lose then we'll play the West Brom game, we'll just keep on playing it game after game after game until we actually successfully do it. So it could be that there's 7 different commentary games going on till the end of the season, but we never know. But I'll finish off certainly with the Liverpool game, last game of the season, as a sort of curtain closer to the season. So right, so I'll play the West Ham game off camera, and I'll see you guys back at the Arsenal game. So drop the video a like if you've enjoyed it. Smash the subscribe button as well if you want to see more content similar to this. There's other things going to be happening on the channel as well in the coming weeks, so hopefully you'll enjoy that as well. So thanks guys, it's been much appreciated, and I'll see you guys next time.